Welcome. This is your first C# tutorial, and I'm your personal tutor. So I'll be with you throughout your C# life. Well, until you actually leave it. But now what we're going to be using is Microsoft Visual Studio. This is the platform we'll be using for your C# programming, and it's actually quite a simple tool if you look at it though. You see, what's nice about it is that, as you can see here on the start, it shows you or you can create a new project, open a project, and source controls. This you don't need to worry about for now. Recent, it's going to show you all your recent software that you actually use. And now for now we're going to say we're going to start a new project. Now a project is basically means that every program that you create is actually a project because it has a beginning and an end. So now we're going to load our first very program for C#, and then that is actually hello world. So while it's still okay, so now as you can see now, this is actually where the platform is. Now you're going to click on a console application. For now, we're going to start with the console application. Now as you can see here on the type, it shows you a project for creating a command line application. Command line applications are basic command line, basic applications that you use to learn programming. So now we're gonna have our first program. We're gonna call it hello world. Hello world. Okay, fine. Then you're gonna select the location. I have to click on the browse and it loads. Okay, it shows you where you can actually save it. So for the purpose of today's, I'm going to save it on the desktop. You can choose wherever you want to save it. You see I had hello world here. I'm gonna delete this one. Okay. So now you're gonna create a new one. Create a new folder, and then you can call it hello world. Hello world. That's your first application. So now after you created that, you click on it, select folder, then you're done. See, so it shows you here the location of where the folder is. Now you're gonna click on okay. So now it's gonna load, and then you're gonna actually start now going through the basics now. Okay, so after it's loaded, now this is what actually appears. Now as you can see here, it's program.cs. It actually means that's where the actual code that you're going to write is stored. So now you see here it says, it said the project was successfully created. So now for hello world, we want to show you, I'm gonna guide you through a few basic things. Here is where all the coding comes in. For now, you just need to know that this is where your code comes here. Your code comes here. That's where you're gonna be coding for now. And then here it's your file. In the file you can actually, I recommend that you save all, don't just say save program CS. It's better to say save all, just in case there's other folders or files that you need to also save as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So for now, for hello world, it's going to be quite very simple. So now we're going to say we use something we call a console, and then I'm going to write the sentence and then I'll show you what it actually does. Now I'm gonna say console.writeLine. I'm gonna open the brackets, and then inside the brackets, hello world. So after you write hello world, you then need something that is console.readline. Now I'm going to run this program and show you something here. Now when you run the program, you can do it two ways. You can either press the F5 key on your keyboard, or you can press the start button. For now, we're gonna press the start button. As you press the start button, it's gonna load and it's gonna show you the program. Now, as you can see, it's still loading. You can see it says building started here. Okay, so let's wait for it to load. Still loading, still loading, still loading, and it should appear right about now. Okay, so you see now it's loaded. Hello world. Now you're gonna close it and then run it again. But basically, this black box, or what you want, this is actually what you call okay, I forgot the name, but okay, point is, for now it's just a black block. And this is where everything that you do, it's going to appear here. Now you see it says hello world here. This is our first official application. Now we're gonna actually explain to you slowly but surely and show you how we actually got there. Now it's actually quite very nice and very simple compared to other languages. You see, now I have here, there's something that we call a console, and you'll notice that there's a console here and there's a console here. Now, and then you remember, when you run the application, keep in mind this is a console application. In other words, whatever that you do that you want to display or show in the console, you have to say console dot something that you have to do. See, so this is a console, this black thing here, or the output is a console. So you see, when you say console.writeLine, writeLine is a method that is used to display whatever that you type inside the brackets. So you see I typed here hello world, and when you run the program it appears hello world. See, so now the reason why now I have console.readLine, readLine, it actually says to the program or the computer, wait for the user's next input or something. So if I press enter, it's gonna close the program because there's no coding or anything afterwards. So you can actually call this basically instructions for the computer. So now I'm gonna press the enter button and see what it does. Press enter, it closes. Because why? There's nothing else. So you see? So what we said was what? This is what you use to display anything to the console. So we can also change this from hello world and say, okay, call it your personal tutor C# students. See? So now we just change what was inside. And then this one, it says what? It's used to keep the console open until get the user's next instructions. The reason why it says it's used to keep the console open until you get the user's instructions, check this out. Oh, here's the other thing I forgot to mention. When you have double forward slashes, everything that's green, it's a note. So in other words, whatever that's green, it's not gonna be read by the program. In other words, in a test, if you actually write the test, you write with a pen. Whatever that you write with a pencil is not marked. So it's the same here. So let's do this. If we do this, we highlighted the console part. So now if you run the program, see what it does. You run the part, it's running without pressing start. Okay, so you guys will start getting used to the shortcuts from the beginning, because it's actually very good, because you actually start to increase your coding skills, let me put it that way. Okay, so it's still loading. It should be done by now. See, so now it's actually what's happening is reading, and okay. um okay, still building. Sometimes it takes a while, but okay, let me just pause. Okay, check this out. Press that button, and you'll see what it does. I keep forgetting this. See, it opened and it closes. So this is why you need the console part here. You're going to leave it back here, and then when you run it, I pressed F5. You're gonna get used to it, but I think it's actually very good that you start using shortcuts from the beginning. So it's gonna load again, and I'm gonna show you now what's gonna happen. Okay, so now you see it's just displayed now. So it's your personal tutor for C# students. Okay, so now you're gonna close it. You're actually done. You can press enter, it closes. See, so now this is what we did for our first session. As you can see, we're still getting used to the whole concept, but guys, C# is actually quite easy as long as you actually practice and do your pracs and everything. You're not gonna have a problem. So you're going to, as time goes on, you're going to try a new method whereby you guys can start sending your messages, in other words, your problems or your pracs. Okay, well, not literally a whole prac. I'm not gonna do the whole prac for you, but technically I'm just gonna try to help you guys and see where your problems are, and show you on the next video how to solve problems and a bit of shortcuts. So if you actually like up to so far, click on the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, thanks.